Steve Shand and Harshkumar Patel were handed lengthy prison sentences in Minnesota on Wednesday. 3 years after two parents and their two young children froze to death trying to walk across the international border from Manitoba. Shand, who lives in Florida, was sentenced to 6.5 years for his role as a driver. Patel, an Indian national arrested in Chicago last year, got over 10 years for coordinating the smuggling and hiring Shand. Their sentencings come more than 3 years after Jagdish and Vaishali Patel and their two kids, 11-year-old Vihangi and 3-year-old Dharmik, were found frozen in Manitoba a few meters from the U.S. border in January 2022. Acting U.S. Attorney Lisa Kirkpatrick said while the sentences handed down were lower than what prosecutors asked for, she feels justice was served.
I'm a lifelong Minnesotan. I would not go out in this weather. But the defendants sent into that weather 11 migrants, Indian nationals who were not dressed appropriately, who were ill-prepared for the weather they faced that night.
Shand was arrested near the border around the same time with other Indian nationals in the van he was driving. Prosecutors had asked he get over 10 years in prison, saying he knew how dangerous the cold weather could be and kept going back. The defense asked for a sentence of just over 2 years, saying Shand made a bad decision because he needed to support his family. Harshkumar Patel, no relation to the Patel family, was arrested in Chicago last year. For him, prosecutors wanted a prison sentence of more than 19 years, arguing he's never shown remorse for his actions and continues to deny his involvement.
These defendants knew it was cold. In fact, they knew it was life-threateningly cold, but they didn't care. What they cared about was money, and their callous indifference to the value of human life cost a family of 4 their lives.
Meanwhile, Patel's lawyer says his client is disappointed with his sentence. Court heard he will likely be deported back to India after he gets out.
He had kind of resigned himself to the fact that the sentence would be longer than he had hoped. And he's not happy with it, but he does wish to appeal and, take advantage of his rights there.
Shand's lawyer declined to comment. Shand walked out of the courthouse with his lawyers after being sentenced and will be taken into custody at a later date. U.S. officials say they hope these sentences send a strong message and prevent tragedies like this from happening again. Caitlin Gowerluck, CBC News, Fergus Falls, Minnesota.